Rock stars, known for their passionate performances and larger-than-life personas, have long had to face the challenge of unruly fans. Whether it's from stage invasions, heckling, or even violent acts like throwing bottles, musicians have had their share of confrontations with fans during concerts. While some of these moments have turned into infamous stories, others reveal a darker side of the pressures that come with fame. This video explores some of the most memorable instances where rock stars have stood their ground or retaliated against disrespectful fans in a variety of spectacular and often shocking ways. Number 10. Vince Neil, a bottle to the face. One of the most infamous incidents in rock history involved Mötley Crüe frontman Vince Neil. During a concert, a fan threw a bottle that struck Neil in the face, instantly escalating tensions on stage. Neil, known for his fiery personality, immediately demanded to know the culprit. The incident highlighted the volatility of large crowds and the risks musicians face while performing. Beyond the physical risks, such incidents are a stark reminder of how quickly a concert can shift from celebration to chaos. Historically, Neil's temperament on stage has contributed to numerous altercations, but this bottle-throwing incident is among the most well-known. Concert venues have since taken steps to minimize such dangers, installing better security measures and monitoring crowds more vigilantly. Number 9. David Lee Roth, Revenge on Hecklers. Van Halen's David Lee Roth is another frontman with a reputation for fiery responses to hecklers. Known for his high-energy performances and larger-than-life personality, Roth once famously confronted a fan during a Las Vegas concert who threw bottles at him. Roth's response was not just swift, but also pointed. He vowed to get his revenge on the next fan who dared to throw an object his way. His approach was personal, calling the fan out in front of the audience, demonstrating a no-tolerance attitude towards anyone disrupting the performance. In 1983, Roth famously interrupted a show in Houston to chastise a fan who had thrown a bottle, echoing the confrontational attitude that became part of his rock star persona. Roth's aggression is often balanced by his ability to entertain, making him both loved and feared by fans and critics alike. Number 8. Marilyn Manson, Bottles as Weapons. Marilyn Manson is no stranger to confrontations with fans, having cultivated a reputation for being controversial both on and off the stage. At one point, a bottle was thrown at Manson, which he caught midair and proceeded to drink, much to the crowd's surprise. This bizarre reaction was just one example of Manson's ability to turn potentially violent situations into performance art. Manson's career has been full of such moments where his shock rock persona challenged both societal norms and the expectations of his audience. Many of his confrontations, whether with fans or the media, played into his carefully crafted image of an anti-establishment figure. His response to bottle-throwing fans is a testament to his ability to remain in control of the situation and further cement his persona as a rock provocateur. Number 7. Maynard James Keenan, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Stage Security. Maynard James Keenan, a lead singer of Tool, has faced his share of disruptions from fans, but one of the most memorable moments occurred when an audience member stormed the stage. Unbeknownst to the fan, Keenan, who holds a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, quickly subdued the invader with a rear naked choke, all while maintaining his vocal performance. Keenan's calm and controlled response to the situation highlighted not just his physical prowess, but also his ability to maintain focus amidst the chaos. In 2016, a similar situation occurred during a concert in Kansas City. A fan tried to rush the stage, only to be immediately taken down by Keenan's security. Keenan's martial arts skills are not widely known, but they have made him uniquely prepared to handle such confrontations without disrupting the show. His composed reaction stands in stark contrast to other rock stars, who might act impulsively. Number 6. Axl Rose, Rock and Roll's Tempered Response. Axl Rose is infamous for his volatile temper, which has resulted in several confrontations with fans over the years. During a Guns N' Roses concert in Argentina, a group of fans started throwing rocks at Rose, causing him to stop the performance and demand that the offenders be removed. His response was direct and measured, calling for an interpreter to ensure the message was understood by everyone in the audience. In a situation where many other rock stars might have stormed off the stage, Rose remained relatively calm, focusing on stopping the disruption without letting it escalate further. This incident was not the first time Rose had halted a concert due to fan misbehavior. In 1991, during a performance in St. Louis, Rose leaped into the crowd to confront a fan who had used a camera to take photos during the show, a move that led to violence and the infamous cancellation of the remainder of the concert. Rose's reputation for taking a stand against disrespectful fans is matched by his commitment to delivering high-energy performances despite the occasional interruptions. Number 5. Billy Joe Armstrong. The Dropkick Incident. Green Day's Billy Joe Armstrong is known for his punk rock attitude, and one particular incident demonstrated just how far he would go to deal with hecklers. During a concert, Armstrong faced off with a fan who was not only heckling him, but was also challenging him from the audience. Armstrong, in a moment of frustration, delivered a devastating dropkick to the fan, an action that left the audience in stunned silence before erupting into applause. While many rock stars would either ignore or verbally chastise an unruly fan, Armstrong took a more physical approach, making it clear that Green Day would not tolerate disrespect during their performances. Armstrong's actions that day were consistent with his onstage persona as a fiery, rebellious figure, always ready to stand up for the integrity of his band's music. This wasn't the only time Armstrong would confront a fan. His punk ethos often led him to directly engage with the audience when they crossed certain lines. Number 4. Dave Mustaine, the humorous heckler takedown. Megadeth's Dave Mustaine is known for his biting humor and quick wit, and these traits were on full display during a confrontation with a heckler during a live show. Mustaine, ever the wordsmith, responded to the disruptive fan with a series of sharp, humorous jabs. His insults ranged from mocking the fan's intelligence to comparing the heckler to a seal in labor, a moment that had the crowd laughing and booing the offender at the same time. Mustaine's quick thinking and ability to turn such situations into comedic gold have made him a favorite among fans, even if his sharp tone can be brutal at times. In 2010, Mustaine publicly apologized for his response to a heckler during a show in Canada, showing that while he was willing to defend his band, he also valued maintaining a sense of humor. Mustaine's response to hecklers is a fine example of how some musicians use humor to de-escalate potentially volatile situations. Number 3. Gene Simmons, confronting disrespect. Kiss bassist Gene Simmons is no stranger to onstage drama, and his confrontations with disrespectful fans have been numerous over the years. One notable incident occurred when a fan interrupted a ceremony honoring Simmons. The fan's behavior was not just rude, but also involved grabbing at Simmons' body, making the situation even more uncomfortable. Simmons, never one to shy away from confrontation, descended from the stage and confronted the fan directly, expelling him from the venue. This was in keeping with Simmons' larger-than-life persona, which often involves direct interaction with fans who disrupt the show. In another high-profile incident, Simmons was filmed telling fans that they could either enjoy the show or leave, emphasizing that the band had no time for distractions. His no-nonsense attitude towards disrespecting fans has often been controversial, but it's part of what has made him an enduring figure in rock history. Number 2. Kurt Cobain's widow, confronting fans at concerts. Kurt Cobain's widow, Courtney Love, has had her fair share of confrontations with fans, particularly in the wake of Cobain's tragic death. At one of her concerts in 1994, a fan held up a picture of Cobain, provoking an emotional response from Love. In an impassioned outburst, Love made it clear that she did not appreciate such gestures, particularly as she was trying to forge her own path in the music industry. Love's response was a direct challenge to fans who thought they could take advantage of her grief for their own entertainment. Like many of her contemporaries, Love didn't shy away from confrontation, but her outbursts often became part of her reputation as a fiercely independent and unapologetic rock figure. Her confrontation at the concert was an example of how the lines between performer and fan can blur, especially when personal emotions are involved. Number 1. Corey Taylor and the aggressive heckler. Corey Taylor of Slipknot has always had a reputation for not tolerating nonsense, and he made that very clear during a concert when a fan heckled him during a cue in a session. Taylor, who had expected a more serious interaction, immediately flipped on the heckler, delivering a profanity-laden tirade that left the crowd in stunned silence. His response was both professional and intimidating, a true reflection of his no-nonsense approach to disrespect. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating stories. Drop a comment below and let us know which onstage incident you found the most shocking. Stay tuned for more rock and roll history right here. Keep rocking.